And the latest breaking news coming in, the Bengal government's appeal against the High Court order raised before the Supreme Court has been turned down. Abhishek Manu Singhvi raised it before the bench, but Justice Sanjeev Khanna has declined to give it an urgent hearing. The matter will be listed before the CGI, though the time is still unspecified. We've also accessed details of the West Bengal government's plea. Let me quickly go across to Pranesh joining us with more details, and then I'll take in a word from Bhavtosh as well. But Pranesh, over to you. Tell us what the West Bengal government's plea was all about. So far, no urgent listing has been granted.
This is a voluminous petition, runs into more than 250 pages. It's been accessed first by our legal editor Harish Nair on Times Now. Just to run our viewers through some of the highlights of the petition, these are the objections listed point-wise by the state government. Point number 13A, the impugned order is perverse, illegal, arbitrary and deserves to be set aside on the following grounds. Impugned order frustrates the petitioner's right to avail a remedy available to it under law. Then it says unsubstantiated aspersions cast on state government as the investigating agency to direct transfer of investigation. The next objection by the state government is transfer of investigation to CBI in a cursory manner is violation of law laid down by the Honorable Court. Scope of an appeal against an interim order cannot be stretched to dispose of the main petition which is pending adjudication on merits. And then order of the learned division bench in the instant matter are self-contradictory and places the blame on the state government for inaction. Remember, the High Court was very scathing in its observations against the Mamata government and had said in as many words that there was an attempt perhaps to play hide and seek so as to shield Shahjahan Sheikh. And the last objection is that extensive steps taken by the state police in the present matter completely ignored. So these are the grounds on which they've sought an urgent listing. Let's see how this unfolds.
Okay, many thanks for that. Let's quickly go across to Bhavtosh as well, who's accessed this plea in detail for us. Bhavtosh, put this entire story in perspective. You know, the Supreme Court will most certainly hear the case. The time is still unspecified. That's the latest input coming in. But the story yesterday was all about, despite the High Court's scathing observations, as Pranesh has also highlighted, the CBI did not return with Sheikh Shahjahan's custody. So that's the big story at the moment. How do we see it playing out in the next few hours?
Well, yesterday there was high drama. First, around at around 2:15, the High Court gave its order asking that CBI should get the custody of Shahjahan Sheikh at around 4:30 in the evening, and then CBI team reached the CID headquarters in Kolkata, but returned empty-handed. Then at around 8 p.m., CBI registered an FIR on the basis of the directions that have been given by the Calcutta High Court, and within minutes, the Enforcement Directorate for the first time took a tangible action against Shahjahan Sheikh, attaching assets worth 12.78 crores rupees of Shahjahan Sheikh. Now, the reason why West Bengal police is not giving the custody of Shahjahan Sheikh to Central Bureau of Investigation is primarily on the grounds that the matter is pending in the Supreme Court. And what sources have said is that ED has also approached the Calcutta High Court Chief Justice, saying that the order that has been given by the division bench of the Calcutta High Court has not been upheld or has not been in fact followed by the West Bengal CID. So one has to wait and see what happens next when the matter will be taken up by the CGI. But it appears that the West Bengal police West Bengal government and the police wants this matter to be heard first by the CGI's court, and only then they will give the custody of Shahjahan Sheikh to the CBI. CBI on its part have now filed an FIR waiting for the outcome either of the Calcutta High Court Chief Justice or of the Supreme Court.
Okay, CBI filing an FIR. In the meanwhile, West Bengal government in its plea, of course, objecting to the transfer of custody to CBI, says it happened in a cursory manner. Really depends on how soon the Supreme Court takes up this matter for hearing. Till then, Bhavtosh, what are we to expect? You know, with the West Bengal government refusing to hand over the custody of Shahjahan Sheikh to the CBI and the CBI filing an FIR, things are most certainly headed in a direction which is not favorable towards Shahjahan Sheikh. But so far, till the time the Supreme Court comes out with a final word on when it's going to be hearing the case, we can't expect it to move in any direction, really.
Well, as of now, he remains in the custody of the West Bengal CID, and it's unlikely that he will be handed over to the CBI. So it all depends what happens, either in the Supreme Court, or if the directions are given by the Calcutta High Court Chief Justice. Remember, one of the points that was raised by Abhishek Manu Singhvi was that if the matter is not heard urgently by the Sanjeev Khanna's court, then they can be held contempt. So they also know that they are not following the orders that has been given by the Calcutta High Court. They want this matter to be heard as urgently and as soon as possible by Justice Sanjeev Khanna. But he said that a procedure needs to be followed. Now, CBI has filed a case. Importantly, in the plea that has been filed by the West Bengal government, one of the points they have now, in fact, admitted is that the FIR that has been filed against Shahjahan Sheikh has now been filed under sections of attempt to murder. The first FIR that was filed against him for the assault on ED officials, that was filed for grievous injuries and also simple injuries, not under sections of attempt to murder. And ED from beginning have said that FIR was filed under non-scheduled offences, under bailable sections of offences of IPC, primarily because of the clout that Shahjahan Sheikh enjoys in the state, and that was the reason why ED suspects that for 56 days, unless the West Bengal government was prodded by the Calcutta High Court, no action was being taken against Shahjahan Sheikh. And it was only when the Calcutta High Court had said that he should be arrested within 24 hours, he was actually arrested, and the West Bengal police
in the latest reaction is also, Bhavtosh, coming from Amit Malviya of the BJP. I want to take in a word from Harish as well, so let's quickly bring him in. Amit Malviya though says, what will poor Mamata Banerjee do now to save Sheikh Shahjahan? The Supreme Court has refused both urgent listing of the matter and stay on the Calcutta High Court. Hand over the rapist to the CBI, says the BJP. Harish, how does the legal battle play out going forward? Supreme Court so far hasn't listed it for urgent hearing. The time is still unspecified, and all hope really of the CBI to pursue this case lies on the top court's verdict now.
Yes, that's right, Christine. Generally, such important matters are mentioned before the Chief Justice. But today, as per rules, since the Chief Justice is sitting in a constitution bench, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who had appeared for the West Bengal government, had to mention this matter before the number 2 senior judge, that is Justice Sanjeev Khanna. But Justice Sanjeev Khanna said that it is a prerogative of deciding the urgent listing is on the Chief Justice, who has to take a call, and these documents will be placed before Chief Justice by Justice Sanjeev Khanna in the afternoon, and only the Chief Justice can take a call as far as granting urgent hearing is required or not. So as of now, as you rightly said, the West Bengal government has not got an urgent hearing of their appeal in which they have challenged the CBI probe into the Sandeshkhali issue, and they will have to wait for at least till afternoon whether they will get a hearing today or not, because Justice Sanjeev Khanna has not specified any time as to whether the matter will be taken up today, or has not given any date. So as of now, it's a setback for West Bengal government, as you rightly put, as the government has, in fact, Abhishek Manu Singhvi has not succeeded in getting any assurance from the Supreme Court as to when the matter will be taken up or not. But very significantly, Singhvi said that it has to be heard urgently, because 4:30 yesterday was the deadline set by the High Court for the West Bengal police to hand over Shahjahan Sheikh to CBI, but that has not been complied with. Therefore, they could be hauled up for contempt. But Supreme Court did not make any comment as far as this remark made by Abhishek Manu Singhvi is concerned, and has just asked him to wait for the order from the Chief Justice Court.